Shalom, shalom. We are the disciples of Yahweh Shai. Come on here day in and day out, teaching that the blacks, the Hispanics, and Native Americans are the original Jews of the Bible. Every other nation, they know about our royal bloodline, but we don't. We want to call ourselves kings and queens, but yet we want to act like peasants. We want to act like peasants, right? How do you call yourself a so-called king and you acting like a peasant by selling drugs? How do you call yourself a so-called queen and you acting like a peasant twerking on TikTok and social media? Peasants do peasant activity. Kings, they take rulership. And the kingdom of the Most High is going to be put on this earth. And all the other kingdoms, any kings that rule these kingdoms, they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be brought down low to the earth. As swift as the eagle flies, that is how fast their destruction is going to come down. Now, a lot of people, we are commanded to be out here on the highways and byways, lifting our voice up like a trumpet and showing you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans your transgressions and that you're sinning against Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the God of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You're sinning against him and you don't even know. A lot of us don't know what sin is. A lot of us think sin is just not living right. If you eat pork, you're sinning against God. If you eat shrimp, crab, lobster, you're sinning against God. If you are a man that can grow a beard, and if you shave your beard off your face, you're sinning against God. The Lord holds us to a higher extent. The Lord holds us to a higher standard. We are a royal bloodline of kings, princes, priests, and princesses of the Lord. We are the original Jews of the Bible. Now, the priests and prophets of the Lord are commanded to be on the highways and the byways to let you know of your transgressions. Isaiah chapter 58 verse 1, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. So, the Lord says, when you come out on the highways and byways, don't whisper, cry aloud. Cry aloud, spare not. Meaning lift up your voice like a trumpet. And do not spare any feelings at all. You know why? Because the scriptures, it makes people mad. It reveals their demons. When you tell people that they're sinning against the Lord, they don't want to hear it. So they get angry. But guess what? The Lord told us, don't spare their feelings because they're angry, because the law still stands regardless. Now, we are sent to come out here and lift up our voices like a trumpet to show the Lord's people their transgressions. Transgression is when you break the laws of God. According to 1 John 3 and 4, whosoever transgress against the law committed sin. Transgression is sin. When you break the laws of God, when you eat pork, you're transgressing the law, that means you're sinning. When you shave your beard, you're transgressing the law, that means you're sinning. When you celebrate American holidays that are dedicated to other gods and deities, you're transgressing the law, that means you're sinning, right? So, if we're commanded to come out here to let you know that if you do not stop transgressing the law, if you do not stop breaking the law of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, you will be put to death. You and your family, you will be slaughtered. You will be put to death. Your body will be amongst those whose stomachs are touching their backs. You try to crawl in the middle of the street, and guess what? Now you got the crows and the birds eating from your dead body. You know why? That could have been prevented if you would obey Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. These laws, statutes, and commandments, our life depends on. There's only two choices, life or death, right? If you want to choose life, keep the commandments. Obey the Lord is not hard to do. But if you want to choose death, continue to be disobedient. And when that food shortage really hit, that's it. You're going to be amongst those whose body be left in the middle of the street like cow dung, which is dog shit. The Lord got a sense of humor of waking your ass up. Of course you want to be disobedient right now, but watch when all hell break loose and shit get real evil in the streets. I bet you a lot of us going to try to call on God. Oh God, this and that. And he ain't trying to hear that. Because before these events even happened, the Lord had his prophets on the street corner telling you to repent, to come back to the Lord by keeping his commandments. But guess what you said? I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to follow God. I hate God. Well, guess what? When that food shortage hit, God gonna make sure you and your family will be the first one to die. That's the type of God of the Bible that I serve. Yet, they seek me daily and delight to know my ways as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinance of their God. They ask of me the ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching to God. A lot of us, we don't take delight in approaching to the Lord. We think that there's different avenues and different ways to get into Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. It's either we try to get to God by converting to Islam, we even try to get to God by converting to Christianity. That don't work. I'm gonna tell you this. If you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, death unto you, thus says the Lord. The laws, the statutes, and the commandments are what's going to be able to help you in Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble was going to stop. And when Jacob's trouble stops, when there's a food shortage, right? And you don't know what to do, guess what? The Lord is going to laugh at you. You know why? Because you laughed at his prophets. The niggas on the street corners and the funny garments in the Bible. Y'all thought it was funny until all hell broke loose. And now you calling and crying to God. But now God is laughing at you. That's the type of Lord that we serve. So, if I were you, I would take this opportunity to get right. But the word of the Lord is to be forced upon no one. Now, the Lord knows that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are a rebellious people. We're rebellious. We're rebellious, we're stiff-necked, and we always want to do what we want to do. But everything that we want to do ain't good all the time, right? We tried the Black Panther movement. That failed. We tried Islam. That failed. We tried Christianity. That failed. How about try to follow the law, statutes, and the commandments of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua and watch how your life changes. Because when all hell breaks loose, the protection from Yahweh and by obeying his commandments, that is the only way that you will be protected. But we are rebellious people, stiff-necked. We don't want to hear the laws of the Lord. And the Lord actually knows that. Even though we're rebellious, the Lord still loves us. He still loves us. He gave his only begotten son, a black man by the name of Yahushua HaMashiach Christ to die for us. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children. The Lord said we are rebellious. We're rebellious. We want to be in the Christianity, Islam. They don't teach us to follow the law, statutes, and the commandments of Yahweh. Ba'Shem Yahushai? They do not. We are rebellious. Woe to the rebellious children! That's it! Woe to the rebellious children! Save Yahweh! That take counsel, but not of me. And that cover what they cover in, but not of my spirit. That they may add sin to sin. So, us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? We are rebellious children. We cover with another covering. We want to cover with the covering of the religion of Islam and Christianity where they haven't even done anything for us. We want to take counsel from these other religions instead of taking counsel from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, guess what? We are a nation of people that is from a royal bloodline. Now, why would you want to trade that for second best? That want to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves and the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. A lot of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they trust in America. They put all of their strength. They put all of their strength in America, right? They think that America is not going to fall. We're seeing the beginning of the economy dropping, right? Zimbabwe said no to the dollar bill. You know what? Now Zimbabwe is accepting gold. America is dropping.
You feel bad because you found them.
And a lot of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they put their trust in Babylon, right? So because you put your trust in Babylon, the Lord is going to allow you to be consumed with Babylon. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shade, and the trust and the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So, because you trust in Egypt so much, which is America, because you trust in spiritual Egypt so much, which is America, right? When the American military defense system goes down, shuts down from an electromagnetic pulse, right, attack, when the American system shuts down, nuclear bombs is going to be able to come and fly over to America, right? You're going to have foreign soldiers. Foreign soldiers are going to be able to attack neighboring cities, even your city. And you know what? America is going to crumble down to the ground. And because you put your strength in America so much, you're going to be put to shame with the strength of America. For his princes were at Zoan, and his ambassadors came to him. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be in help, nor profit, but a shame, and also a reproach. So, we want to love America so much. We want to love Egypt so much, but guess what? We have nothing to offer America. All we is niggas to them, right? But guess what? Unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, we are the original Hebrews, the original Jews of the Bible, and every other nation knows that. But unto Egypt, America, Babylon, we're nothing but a reproach, a proverb, and a byword. That's all we are. A lot of us walking around don't even know that we're the original Jew. Do you know that you're the original Jew of the Bible? A lot of us are walking around here don't even know that we are the original Jews of the Bible, and it's a shame. That you can ask a white man what country he's from, he's going to tell you Ireland, Ukraine, Russia, Greece. He'll be able to tell you what country he's from. He'll be able to speak to you in his native language. But when it comes to black people, I'm from Africa. Okay, so Africa is a a continent with 50 states, right? What state or what part of Africa are you from? You don't even know that. But you're claiming that you're from Africa. You're not from Africa. You're not from Africa. The real Africans, they know what part of Africa they're from. Black people in America, they're not Africans. Only thing they know, oh, since we were stole from Africa, we must be from Africa. Okay, so what part of Africa do you come from? Shalom, bro. What part of Africa do you come from? I don't know. You don't know because you're not an African. The burden of the beast of the south into the land of trust. In English, from whence come the young and old lion, the viper, and fiery flying serpent. They will carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses, and their treasures upon the bunches of camels, to a people that shall not profit them. So, we make the money for Babylon. We make the money for America. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we make the money for our oppressors. All year round, we celebrate American holidays that are dedicated to other gods. Right? We spend the most money. We make their money for them. Our oppressors, white people, are going to continue to rule over black people. Every black person up on this earth right now don't even know that they're a Jew. And that's a shame. They don't know that they're a Jew of the Bible. They don't know. They hear it being spoken, but it doesn't click. But many are called if you are chosen. For the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. America is going to fall. The Americans, right? Edom, the Edomites, the so-called white man, right? They're going to try to do any and everything to try to bring America's economy back. They're trying to bring America back to what it was 3 or 5 years ago. Guess what? America is going to fall. America is going to fall. And a lot of people, they're going to be sad because America fell. You know why? A lot of people put their trust in America. They think America's going to go back to 4 or 5 years ago, but it's not. America is changing. And you'll see that once there's a heavy food shortage in the grocery store. Once you see that, it's a wrap. So, to you black, Hispanic, and Native American men, women, and child, you are the original Jews of the Bible. Because you are the original Jews of the Bible, the Lord holds you to a certain standard. No longer can we be acting like peasants. If we continue to act like peasants, then the Lord will treat us like a peasant. And the Lord will put us to death. Now go, write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. So these words in these scriptures, they're forever and ever. So you can read them, learn from them, profit from them, apply them to your life, and come to your heritage of who you really are. And know that Edom, the white man, is going to be put to death. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. So, the Lord knows that black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, if it ain't Israel, we don't want to hear it. If it ain't Christianity, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear the laws, statutes, and the commandments of Yahweh. We just want to be sinful, right? We just want to claim other people's heritages and nationalities. We just want to continue to walk around here not knowing who we are. Which say to the seers, see not, to us right things, speaking to us smooth things, prophesy deceit. So, even the rebellious children, they say to the prophets, to the men on the street corners, on the highways and the byways with the garments on, they say, prophesy to us smooth things. Tell me that Islam is the right culture. Tell me that Christianity is the right culture. They say, I don't want to hear about the law, statutes, and the commandments. I don't want to hear about homosexuality is a sin against God. I don't want to hear about two women kissing on each other is a sin against God. I don't want to hear about if a man shave his face clean is a sin against God. I don't want to hear about that at all. But tell me lies. Tell me that God is about equality. Tell me lies. Tell me that God is about equality, which he is not. If America is not about equality, what makes you think that God is about equality? Tell me that. What makes you think that the Lord is going to protect you if you continue to break his commandments? Get ye out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. The blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, like the other day, I seen a white man in the Islamic religion, right? I seen a white man in the Islamic religion. Can no white man be a Hebrew Israelite? That can't happen. I seen a Puerto Rican man in the religion of Islam. That don't make no sense. So, if you're in another religion, such as Christianity and Islam, you're hiding yourself from the Holy One of Israel. Right? Because, for one, if you disobey the commandments of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, then you're hiding. You're telling the prophets of Yahweh to get the Lord away from you. Shoot, sir, can I ask you a question right quick? All right. So, hey, shoot, can I ask you a question real quick? Real quick. What's your nationality?
Like where's your grandfather from? Like what country?
My grandparents are from Ireland, and my dad's side is from North Wales that I know of. And I got family, part of me that's from Native American, but I don't know.
So your grandfather is from Ireland, right?
Maybe, yeah, my grandparents found the boat from Ireland.
Right. Ireland. Yep.
So, you know what's crazy? I want to make a point.
No, I already know the point you're gonna make, and you're right.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy though? White people know this, right? This man says that his grandfather is from Ireland. Caucasian people, they'll be able to tell us where their ancestors from.
But don't leave out what I also said, that
Right.
I have some family that I don't know.
Right.
where it's from.
Right.
But I hear your point, but you also got to put the other half in too.
Right.
So it's not, I know what you're saying, and I get you, you're right.
Right.
But don't forget the other half.
Right.
Okay, because I have some part of me that I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yes, I do know, because the only reason I know that is because I'm second generation. I never met my grandparents either. I only know that from my mom's side. See what I'm saying? But I feel what you're saying, but you don't know where you have no idea. I got you. I understand you.
Let me ask you a question.
What's your name?
Dave.
Me? Sharma. How do you
Feel about
What's your
slavery?
name?
Sharma.
Shar Amal.
How do you feel about slavery?
It's a tough one because slavery has happened since when? Dawn of time?
Right from
Slavery has happened to every nation, but
Globally,
right,
slavery
globally.
has happened.
Right, globally,
Irish
right.
people were enslaved as well.
Right.
The English is the majority of enslaving the people. So how do I feel about it? I don't think it's right. Of course not.
right. I'm talking about so like
You gotta be more descriptive with what you're saying.
the enslavement of the black.
Okay, so that's what you're talking about. In America, slavery of blacks in America.
North America.
Spanish were enslaved everywhere as well? I don't know.
The blacks in the Spanish community in America, the blacks were enslaved by the English settlers, the Hispanics, the Chinese, were enslaved by
They didn't say about it?
they were enslaved by the conquistadors, by the Spaniards.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, like the Aztecs and all that stuff.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
How do you feel about it?
It's not, what's-
Say, of course, it's not right?
Yeah, I mean, the Irish were enslaved down in Barbados and everything that the English took them to.
Right.
Right. You know about that also?
I do.
Okay.
So do you know that the Lord of the descendants of those people who enslaved the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans?
But you're leaving out other races as well that were enslaved. That's the only point. You want to talk about it, talk about all of it.
Right. The Lord,
Just talk about a little bit.
the Lord is not worried about other races that have been enslaved. He's only worried about the blacks and Hispanics that have been enslaved.
And where do you get that from?
Because we are the children of Israel. We are the Lord's chosen people. The Lord,
Is that in that book?
yes.
I have to read it. I don't know much about it. I started going to church when I was 11. But it's nice meeting you, bro.
I'm gonna shake hands, man.
Well, then give me a pound, man. Come on, man. You good? I'm not bad. I stopped talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta go, right?
So, the fact that Caucasian people, they know where they come from, and we don't. Black people walking around here don't even know where they come from, and it's a shame. We walking like chickens with our heads cut off, right? Now, we say to the prophets, prophesy not unto us smooth things, prophesy not unto us things that we need to hear, but prophesy unto us smooth things, right? Prophesy things unto us that sounds good to our ear. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 13. Only knowledge. The only acknowledge thine iniquity. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 12. Go and proclaim these words toward the north, and say, return, thou backsliding Israel, saith Yahweh, and I will not cause mine anger to fall upon you. So, the Lord commanded the prophets to go into the country of the north and proclaim his word to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that if you do not stop backsliding, if you do not stop breaking the commandments, say Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, you will die. You will die you will die a sinner's death, not knowing who Christ is. I will not cause mine anger to fall upon you. I am merciful, says Yahweh, and I will not keep anger forever. Only acknowledge thine iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against Yahweh, thy post, and hast scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree, and ye have not obeyed my voice, says Yahweh. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we have not obeyed the voice of our Lord. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question real fast? I ain't gonna take too much of your time. Do you know that you are a daughter of the Lord? That the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the black woman, man, woman, and child are the original Jews of the Bible. Just like you have white people today that's in Israel and in certain parts of New York claiming that they're Jewish, right? The Bible states that they're not Jews. They're not the original Jews, but they're converts. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in the ghettos and the poverty-stricken areas, such as me and you, we're Jews. We are a people of a royal bloodline. Christ is a black man with woolly hair, feet light brown. If your feet dark skin, that means your whole skin complexion is dark, right? Christ is a dark man. You're a Jew. Just like every other nation knows where their ancestors come from, they'll be able to tell you. But as far as us, the only thing that we say is, I'm from Africa. The only reason we say that is because we have knowledge that we was picked up from Africa. But as far as what part of Africa we're from, we don't know. As far as the language that we knew prior to slavery, we don't know. The language that we speak now is the language of our oppressors, right? The customs that we keep now, these American holidays, they are Roman festivities. They are Roman holidays, but they are Americanized. These, though that they are Roman holidays, but they are Americanized now, these holidays are dedicated to other gods and other deities, which the God of the Bible was against. So every time we celebrate these American holidays, we break the first commandment, which is, thou shalt not have any other gods before me. Now, the first commandment is idolatry. We shouldn't have any other gods before Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the God of the Bible. When we do so, idolatry is punishable by death. The reason why Christ came is so that we wouldn't get stoned to death, literally, right? If, like back then, if you got caught worshiping another God, you would get stoned to death. The whole city of Israel would stone you to death, throw rocks, right? Now that doesn't happen anymore because of Yahushua, which is Christ. But shall we, just because we don't get immediate punishment, shall we keep on sinning against the Lord? Do you know what sin is? What is sin?
Let me ask you a question, right? Now, like you were just saying, everybody worship different gods, right? We basically worship the same person, they just give them a different name.
Not the same. All of these gods have names. The Lord of the Bible, he only has one name. His name is not Allah. It's not none of that. Yahweh. That's his only name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's other gods, right? But the one who wakes you up in the morning, his name is not Allah, but his name is Yahweh. Right? The one that holds us accountable if we break the commandments of the Lord, the one that holds us accountable if we break his commandments, he's going to put us to death if we do not come back to our heritage, right? Because a lot of us, we claim we love God, we claim we love the Lord, but we really don't do anything that he asks us to do.